Hey guys, this is Jyoti and I gave my visa interview I guess on 28th of June. And what all documents, so first of all I'm going to US and I've applied for F1 student visa. And other than that, yeah, my visa appointment was on 28th of June. And what all documents I brought to the appointment center was basically I-20. There were many documents my consultant asked me to bring. I-20, DS-160, your passport, 3 photographs in passport size. Then you have to bring your fundings, statements, bank statements, if there is any like CA report of your financials, and then other than that your academic transcripts and everything. So I basically bring almost 12 to 13 documents to the center. But when I went to the I reached the center, they literally asked for 3 documents, to be precise: DS-160, I-20 and passport, nothing else. I was pretty shocked, but okay, let me share my experience. What happened, my interview was at 9:10, like my appointment, and my center was New Delhi Chanakyapuri US Embassy Center. And that day it was like really raining hardly. It was the season's first rain, but somehow I reached around 9 exactly. I was really nervous. I thought I will miss my appointment, but then they told all of us from 8 to 10 a.m. appointment to come into the line and rest can leave. So I was at that center, and yes, you can't take your phone or any electronic device inside. So I submitted my devices at some shop. There was a shop, like street vendor. He was taking stuffs in return of money. So yeah, I was in the line, and like for every other, in Chanakyapuri there are like many embassies, but every other embassies were empty. And for US there was a long queue, but luckily I'm a girl, so there was a different line for girls, and I didn't really have to be in the line for so long. Then starting from the outside, they will check your, first they will ask for your passport, they will check your passport, and then you will enter into the embassy. From embassy they will check like thoroughly you, and then again your belongings. After that they will ask you to sit in the area. So there will be chairs, the same chairs you see in banks. So there will be 10 to 12 chairs in 5 lines basically. I'm talking about only Delhi's US Embassy. Okay, so I was sitting in that lane, and one by one they will ask the chair line to get up one line and then go into the opposite direction. So I waited almost like I guess 15 minutes almost on the chair, and then they asked, it was my turn, and then we walked into the another building. It was US embassies, of course, and from there we were again in a line. So there were first counters. I thought in those counter they are actually taking our interviews, but no, it was my misunderstanding. So when I went, they asked me to go to that counter. I went there, and he asked which university I'm going to and which visa I've applied to. That's it. And then he said that I can join to the next queue, and I was like, okay, I don't think it's not it is the interview, it's not done yet. And then the queue moved forward, and then I saw that it was like really a huge line first of all, and it took I guess 20 minutes for me to get out of that line. After that there were 12 to 14 counters divided. I thought interview will be like I'll be sitting on the chair, and on the other side the officer will be there, but it's not like that. So it's like you see in banks the counters are divided with half transparent glasses. So there were like that 12 counters divided with transparent glasses, and people are going one by one into different counters as they are asking us to do so. And in those counters we are just going, giving our documents to the officer. They are asking questions, and that's it, we are exiting from the other side. I was like, okay, it's something different. So my turn came, and I guess I got the 12th or 13th counter. I don't exactly remember. So on that counter, I was actually nervous. I went up to the officer, and she was a lady, an American lady, and I was like well prepared for the questions. I was like, she will ask me for this, ask me for that, and I was like, okay, what if I fucked up and all? But it was not like that. She asked me to wait for a few minutes because she was doing some chores, and after that she asked me for my I-20, for my passport. That's it, not even DS 116. I gave it to her, and she asked me about my university. So I'm going to University of Massachusetts, Boston. So she like directly asked me that, are you going to University of Massachusetts? I was like, yes. Then she asked me like very 2 to 3 questions. That's it. It was in total of 1 minute interview. I was even shocked. So after that question, she asked me why so which course I'm going to pursue, and then what I did in my bachelor's, and then why I'm switching my field. These 3 questions, okay. And after that she asked me how am I funding. I was on the way on my answering my question. I answered it like you can say partly, and she was like, okay, that's it, you can receive your visa in a week, and thank you, all the best for your future. And I was like, what? That's it? I was really shocked, and I didn't know, like after the interview, how you will get to know that you have cleared your interview or what. So guys, what happens if they take your passport and ask you to leave? That basically means that you have cleared your interview round, okay. And if they return your passport on the spot, that means that you are rejected, clearly. So she took my passport, and I was like so happy. I said thank you, and then I said again thank you so much in shock. I took my I-20, put it in my bag, and I was smiling all on the way back like the thing. But yeah, so there's nothing to worry about. You just have to be confident, you know, like confidence. So like I was in the queue, and there were people, they wrote their question and answers in paragraphs, and they were reading it, and I was like, she didn't ask me anything like that. And there's nothing literally to worry about. You just have to be confident. You have to just, you know, give your answers confidently by looking up to the officer's eye, okay. And then just prepare for the basic questions. You don't have to, you know, like rattamar and all. You don't have to do this. The interview is really easy. And whatever I've heard, that you know some officers are very cruel. They see the face of the student, they will ask them, and if they're not in a mood, they will just directly reject it. But it's not like that. I mean, as per my experience, the officer was really good. She barely asked me 2 to 3 questions, as I told you, and they were like 2 to 3 word answers. That's it. So you don't have to be nervous. And yes, this experience was of my F1 visa interview to US. Alright, thank you so much. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comments. All the best for your visa interview. Bye bye.